left on the side of the window. Here, I'll fucking. Whoa, I'm a retard. Come on here. Fucking stupid piece of shit. There we go. There we go. There's a pretty crappie sunset. The stupid mount fucking thing always in the fucking way. Yeah, we're going up to fucking Oregon because I bought a trunk, like a steamer trunk. Like a steamer trunk, but not a steamer trunk. It's the steamer trunk that you can't find anywhere. And I bought it like a couple months ago. And it dawned on me like, dude, I won't have time to pick it up between now and when I need to go to Colorado. And if I have it sent, it's going to cost me more than just driving and actually enjoying my weekend or making an adventure out of it. How's that sound? But yeah, it's like this trunk that when it's not like a normal steamer trunk or a regular like chest trunk. You open it up and it's like turns into a desk with a shelf type of thing. And I saw one on Facebook Marketplace I wanted. The guy was like, it was around Christmas time, and the guy had it for like $200. And I'm like, dude, this shit goes for like a lot more than 200 in the antique market. And so I'm like, hey, dude, I'd like to buy that. And like, I don't realize how Facebook Marketplace, a lot of people deal with a lot of scammers. I mean, like, if I'm buying something, I don't see it. But if I'm selling something, I'm sure those people get tons of people giving them shit. Hey, you want to sell this? You know, bringing down the price and whatnot. So I told the guy, or worse, asking to buy it for more than they have it listed. That's like apparently another, like, this guy's trying to scam me thing. So sure enough, I go and fucking hit this guy up on this thing, and he was in like, I want to say Missouri. I don't think it was Missouri. Maybe Michigan. Dude, it's whoever had all the Somali problems and shit. Michigan, Montana, whatever it was, dude. I don't remember, but basically I offered him money for this thing. I offered him like $100 more, $150 more, because it was the holidays. I was like, dude, you know, I like look at his profile. I see he's got, you know, no wife. He's got a kid, and I see that he's like reading the messages, my offers to him to buy this thing for more, but he's not responding. And like a whole weekend goes by, and this motherfucker doesn't respond. And I'm like, dude, I see he's seen it, right? So like, I went off on him. I'm sure I still have the fucking Facebook thing, but I was like, dude, I don't know what's wrong with you, dude. I mean, it looked like you were interested in selling it. Now it looks like you aren't. Maybe you looked and saw how much it was actually worth. I'll pay $300 more. I'm all, but, you know, the fact that you're not responding, and I see you got a fucking extra mouth to feed. Anybody at this time in the year, the way things are, if they're not getting everything they want for Christmas, dude, this is why. You didn't want to sell this fucking thing that's worthless to you. It's junk to you. And I want to pay fucking top dollar for it. I want to pay like $800 for this fucking beat up fucking piece of wood chest. That's like what I think is exactly what I want. Well, I fucking, yeah, I wrote, I don't know, I think yeah, because I said, you know, hey man, I hope you didn't get eaten by Somalians. Like, I wrote something like that in the fucking thing. I hope you didn't get eaten by Somalians or whatever. But So then, like, 2 days pass, and this motherfucker replies. And he's like, I lost my phone. You're racist. I don't want to do business with you. And I'm like, well, dude, I mean, like, regardless of whether I'm racist, immigrant shit, early December. And I was like, yeah, you're racist. Blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, this whole fucking state's like on the fucking news and shit. Riots and fucking Somalian rights and shit. Fucking immigrant rights and stuff. I'm like, fuck this fucking guy, dude. And I was like tripping, dude, because I'm like, you know, I don't want to see colors or whatever, but I do know that there's certain like bonds of races that supersede or might, you know, prioritize. One race might prioritize another race than another, you know, and that's not being racist. It's just that, like, I guess, like, the Latinos will buddy up with the whites in jail, but they're not going to buddy up with the blacks. That type of shit. I don't know if that's really what it is, but I've heard shit, that type of shit. So it's like, yeah, dude, I mean, like, I'm not saying the guy was Latin or not, but I think he was, and it's kind of like, fuck, dude. I mean, I'm not even saying shit about the Mexicans coming over, dude. I'm talking about these other people that are like crossing fucking seas and shit to get here. You know, crossing not my country, but they're coming from your country and my country, our country, where you might have been from. They were already fucking gone and fucking eating all the cats in that fucking neighborhood on that fucking walkabout up through the fucking border and shit. So fuck that guy. But yeah, dude, I was pissed because I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind having 2 of these things, and if I could have gotten that one, that might have been like my main showpiece. But then this other lady, she had one on eBay that like went up, and it was more. That was the whole thing. Is hers was like fucking $800, and his was like $200. And I was like, I can afford to fucking fly out there, pay someone to pick it up, blah 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 blah. Like there's enough ways to like get this shit to work for me to where it'll be still cheaper than buying the one that this lady has. But this lady's one, it's like got the original. They used to put the shelf lining like wallpaper inside the fucking chest. It has an extra roll of fucking paper from like 1920 or fucking 1910 or whatever. So I'm like, dude, that's just got the extra wallpaper. It's like in immaculate condition. She's like taking it to the fucking antique show and no one fucking buys it. And I'm like, yeah, probably because it's big and cumbersome. But for me, because of my museum, I got a lot of Annie Oakley shit. This is like the same. If you were to Google Annie Oakley, there's like a trunk in Virginia or Ohio or wherever the fuck her museum, you know, is, or family museum. And it's like, this is the chest that she used to travel, you know, overseas or on all her trips or whatever. And it's this thing that she would like write her letters and stuff. So I wanted to get this fucking chest so I could fucking make it look like it was kind of a mock-up of a female sharpshooter's, mainly Annie Oakley's, like, you know, dressing area before her show. And that was going to be my thing. Because I have one of her trick shot mirrors and fucking target balls and shit like that. And all this other Buffalo Bills shit. So, the only thing is I forgot I bought this fucking thing from this woman. And, I like told her 3 months ago or 3 months ago. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll have it picked up in July, the middle of July. And then I forgot to ask what the dimensions were. Because I'm like, dude, I thought this thing was like, it looks huge in the fucking picture, but it's not really huge because it folds up. So she's like, I take it to the antique place, the fair or whatever. She takes it in the back of a pickup truck. So I'm imagining I need a fucking pickup truck to do this. And then, so like, I hit her up. I'm like, you know, I need the fucking dimensions for that because I totally forgot to ask her. And then it took her a week to get back to me. And then she's like, yeah, it's 26 inches by 22. And I'm like, dude, what? That fits exactly. I can fit that in my car. Fuck it, dude. I'm driving there. I spent fucking all this money for a new turbo. It got fucking 3,000 mile warranty, 90 days, whatever fucking comes first type of thing. And I've already had it for 30 days. And I'm now blowing through 2,000 miles of the warranty. And I don't care if they service it outside the warranty. Like, I don't care about the warranty. I just want to know, yeah, dude, my fucking shit's good. It fucking did 700 miles in a day and 800 miles, whatever. And I don't want to drive more than 800 miles. I mean, I can do 1,000. But when I go to Colorado, it's like 1,400 miles for me. So as long as I can do 1,000 and then get back home and not have some fucking horrible catastrophe that makes me want to fucking go to a car dealership on the way home. And I'll tell you, dude, the fucking car dealerships, I went and looked at fucking cars, like back on Mother's Day, and these fucking jackasses, like they're like so staunch on what they're going to give you as a deal that they like believe that, hey man, I tell them, I'm all, dude, I don't have rent, dude, I own my place, it's over here, da da da. But yeah, I don't have bills or whatever. I can throw all my money at this shit, and except for like, you know, insurance or whatever, right? You know, whatever bills I make, you know, but there's no rent. So they tripped out because I have no history of rent for fucking 7 years, and I bought my place fucking. Gave the guy self-financed me, so there's no bank record of that shit. I mean, I got bank accounts, I got credit cards, but that rent thing they kind of trip on because they're like, dude, I don't want to find out this guy's homeless, driving in around in a car, taking pictures of Mount Diablo and shit. So I told them, I'm like, well, you know, so they lowballed me on what they would approve me on. And I was like, I mean, it was a nice car, but the $79,000 sticker tag on a fucking Dodge Ram, whatever fucking pickup truck, that I don't even think it had an 8-foot fucking bed or a sunroof. And that's the thing, I got all pissed off because I'm like, dude, these motherfuckers are trying to sell me a car. It's the same price as this Power Wagon next to it, or the Power Wagon's like $5,000 more. So it's like, dude, you guys could haggle the $5,000 fucking dollars of shit that you're marking up on the Power Wagon to get me in that Power Wagon, and then I can have a nice truck with a fucking sunroof. Because I like looking out the fucking sunroof while I'm driving and shit. I don't know. Now, every one of my cars, except for like one, I can shoot machine guns out the roof, and that's like ever since that COVID and Y2K shit, that's like criteria for a car. Can you shoot a fucking rifle out the roof? Yeah, we can Mad Max this fucker, you know. So yeah, I'm like, I don't want to spend all this money on a fucking truck, and like the cost for a sunroof is $2,500 on the sticker price of on the MSRP of a fucking regular truck. But they're going to charge me like $3,500 if I want cut into the fucking. It's going to be all fucking stupid. Maybe it's perfect. I don't know. I mean, like, now I gotta go into Reddit and be like, who the fuck is putting a sunroof in aftermarket on a fucking $70,000 fucking truck, dude? And not just being like, dude, sell me the truck with the fucking sunroof. And I know people are like, oh, that's just another place for it to leak and all that, but I kind of want one of those fucking cab overs. And if I can get a cab over where I can like have a trap door, or they have something like that where I can go up into the fucking cab over. But then I was watching like some other truck, I think it was a GMC or a Chevy, I don't know what the fuck it was. but the whole fucking back window popped out, and then it's stored behind the fucking seat, and then somehow the whole back of the fucking truck opens up. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude. If I can open up the whole back of the truck like that, I could toss the fucking bed away and go buy a box fucking RV thing and stick it on the back. And actually have passengers that walk with a breezeway. But yeah, I fucking I didn't buy the truck, and then my car, that was the other thing. I was like, yeah, dude, give me like, you know, they wanted like fucking 10 grand down, dude. It didn't matter what your credit was. So like, yeah, dude, it really, we want 10 grand down. And I'm like, well, how about 6? And then they're like, okay, we'll take 6. Because they're going to finance you for like another fucking 12 months, you know? And I'm like, I don't want to be financed for 12 months. Just fucking give me a smaller down, let me in for cheap. So I walked out of there because they wouldn't trade in my BMW. But at the time, I had the check engine light on. I was really in there because I was like, fuck, dude, I gotta get this car smoked. I got the check engine light on. I need to buy the fucking registration. So the best thing for me to do is just buy a new car, because it's going to be $1,000 a month after that fucking big down payment, right? And I wound up just saying, fuck it, dude, I'm going to get the car fixed. And so I'm like, you know, I sat there for fucking like 2 months going, dude, do I want to buy the part and like at least try to fix this fucking thing myself? Well, I'm in the fucking mountains, dude. If I fucking fuck that job up, it's gonna cost me a minimum of fucking like $250 for the actuator I think is broken. And then if I can't tune it right, or I strip something, like I'm gonna have to buy another one, you know? And I was like, fuck it, dude. And then what if it's not the actuator, and I'm sitting there thinking that it's because I'm a dunce and couldn't put a fucking actuator on right, or read what the fucking millimeters are for the screw setting and shit. Even though I know, I read that shit so many times, I could like tell you, yeah, dude, it's a quarter turn to make this fucking thing go down a millimeter or whatever the fucking thing was. So yeah, sure, I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it to a shop, because at this point, the car's fucked, dude. I can't smog it. So no matter who I fucking go to, if they find out it's an actuator, it'll be maybe $600 instead of $200. And if I do it myself, even though I got all the shit to do it, and I even have the fucking whatever this stupid BMW programming tools are and shit to recode it and whatnot. I was like, yeah, dude, I don't have time to fuck this thing up, dude. It's my daily driver. I just don't. You know, the car stereo and changing on a hard drive or making the fucking screen wider, that's one thing, but this other shit, it's not worth it. So yeah, I took him to this place in fucking Redlands, and I told him I think it's a wastegate actuator, and the guy's like, yeah, well, it's the first thing we're gonna fucking swap out of there is that wastegate actuator. And if that doesn't do it, you know, just keep your fingers crossed. So, sure enough, like 3 hours, 2 hours, yeah, it was only, those guys were done with that shit pretty quick. And then they're like, yeah, dude, you're gonna need a new turbo. But it's a Mitsubishi turbo. I told them to keep the parts, so I have the old turbo, even if they were trying to fucking fuck with me. It's like, yeah, dude, you're not gonna shove a fucking screwdriver in that thing and render it not useful. I mean, if it's broken, you don't have to. I can pay like $680 or something stupid and have it rebuilt, and then I have a backup fucking turbo for when someone's like, yeah, dude, I wanted to buy this fucking BMW, but it's got a check engine light. I'm like, well, hey, dude. And obviously my actuator wasn't bad, it was just a fucking turbo. And it's probably just a flap or some spring or something. So, yeah, but that shit cost me so much money to get fixed. It was like pretty much the down payment to the fucking car I would have bought. And then after that, I had to get tires. I still have to get fucking suspension refresh. My car fucking bounces because I need new shocks So I got this one shock. I think it's not blown out, but you think it is. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, dude, the thing isn't leaking. Like what? Like unless like there's no sign of leakage, but that side's fucked up. And I looked to see, or there's something wrong. Maybe I don't know, dude. They would have seen something at the shop. They sent me out. It's illegal for them to fucking send you out if your fucking suspension's falling off and stuff. We've already gone fucking 700 miles almost. Well, we've done 2,100 miles since we fucking got the car back. So there's nothing too serious to worry about, but the ride's smooth. But yeah, that was some bullshit, dude. Being like, fuck, dude, I gotta fucking bite the bullet. Because now, you know, I mean, I was like, dude, the car, like, if I trade it in, I'm stuck driving a fucking giant truck everywhere. Unless I spend my money to go get my other cars fixed, too. And I was like, I need a truck so I can tow my other two cars out of fucking the garage it's at. Because if I pay somebody to tow it, it's going to be fucking $500 a car to tow it to where I need to go. And I'm like, well, that's fucking car payment. Yeah, car payment. If I do it myself, it's already paid for. And I won't have to pay $400 a month to fucking garage those cars. Even though $400 a month for a fucking 2-car garage is a fucking killer deal. I mean, like, I almost don't want to give it up. I'm like, yeah, dude, I might have to keep paying this guy. But for $400 a month, I could go buy a fucking chunk of land, have that thing paid off in 2 years, and stick like one of those stupid Elon Musk fucking homes on there. Oh, you know it, Ongin. I'm fucking all N-worded out, dude. There's a fucking sunset here. That's what we're doing. You know it. But yeah, dude, like, really, you know, if you guys just fucking send me money, we could be doing more trips like this. You know, it cost me a lot of money. I had to buy a whole new turbo for this car just to make this trip. So if you guys could buy me a whole new turbo every time you guys want to get some content out this window, just fucking click the link, subscribe, like, share, drop an end tower, something. Go. I swear there's a fucking cop behind me, dude. Who has fucking lights like that on the top of their fucking car? What is that? What is this thing? What is this thing? Maybe it's a truck. I can't tell. Dude, I had to pay my fucking registration. Fucking tags are like gone, fucking like a year fucking expired. They expired in August, dude. So I got the fucking, I got the smog checked. The engine light goes. The guy fucking checks the smog. I go to Auto Club, and I'm so stupid, dude. I haven't not paid for my registration like that in a while. Because normally it'll just take it out of my taxes. I don't give a fuck. They just mail me a fucking sticker. But because I had to get my fucking smog, they weren't going to do that. So I went to Auto Club, and then like the woman's like, "Yes, sir, it's $580," and I was just kind of like, "Oh, like, man, that's fucking really expensive, dude." Like, I couldn't think of like why. And then she gives me a sticker, and it's like, yeah, you're good until Johnny 28. And I was like, fuck, dude, that's right. She would shoot me a new sticker, and the shit's already fucking due again in fucking 3 months. But it kind of pissed me off too, because I'm like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna have this car in California for much longer. So I don't want to pay fucking registration for it twice, moving it. Yeah, this is a BMW like mansion. This is like a mini mansion. This is a mini Bavarian mansion. Bavarian mansion. I've slept in this car many a times, and I'll tell you, dude, I don't know what it is. Like, who the fuck decided, let's make all these SUVs, and then the back seats are going to fold down. So you have this big cargo area that if you want to take a fucking nap in, is 6 inches too short for you, and puts you on some weird fucking slope. You're like, dude, you couldn't. Oh, and you have no fucking spare tire either to give you all this extra room. You're like, dude, if you put a fucking spare tire in here and lifted everything up that extra inch and a half, we'd have a fucking flat fucking cargo back thing. I could sleep in here, camp in here, whatever. Put a nice fucking long one of those drawer mechanisms where it slides out like 5 feet from the back of the car tailgate. So I was thinking about making one of those, and I'm like, well, dude, I can only get like maybe 3 feet, 2.5 feet in the back. I'd have to do something where it telescopes just to give me a long enough cooking thing. No big deal. And then like there's a guy online, there's like a few people that sell for whatever car you got. They have all those camping accessories and shit. Why didn't I just say something about... Yeah, I did, because I passed it when I was... I drove past Stockton. And I was like, dude, I could be stalking in Stockton, dude. They got fucking Monte Diablo or something here. And I could have sworn someone had a view of it. I was like, you know what I could do? This is how crazy my brain gets after listening to a Vicky fucking stream or two. I'm like, you know what I could do? I could go to where I could figure out what she was pointing the picture at, and then I can go to that spot of Mount Diablo, and I could point the fucking telescope and figure out exactly where she's at. Like, there's got to be a way, like, you know, that reverse trajectory, like how they do the fucking forensics on bullet holes and lasers and shit. I was like, yeah, dude, wouldn't that be it? Hey guys, I'm up here in Mount Diablo. Here you got the periscope, telescope. Now there would be something if they could make like a mask that you wore at the glory hole that is kind of like a periscope and then like a apparatus that like something to keep your face up against that wall real good. But then like it needs a periscope so that your eyes can go like 3 feet higher, and then you can look into the eyes of the guy, the person on the other end of the glory hole. What do you think? Like it'd be like a scuba mask. Like, you know, they have the scuba masks that cover your whole face. It'd be like that with a periscope. So like you wouldn't see anything unless you looked at through the periscope, and then like a big old hole in the mouth. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I'm like, dude, I think she said Mount Diablo, but when I drove by, it was Monte Diablo. And I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It would be Spanish word, not Mount Diablo. Unless that's just the street and not the fucking... Maybe it is Mount Diablo. I couldn't really tell where it was. I just knew it was there. And then, like, since I'm traveling north on the 5, I looked over, out left a little bit, and I saw like what looked like a pointed mountain, like, you know. I was like, yeah, I guess that looks like, I mean, the only fucking mountain I see over there. And then I don't know where Vegan is, but I don't know where Mount Diablo is either. It looked nice. I mean, shit, I haven't been up here. The last time I was this far, going in this direction, was 2013. And it's funny, because I had a gold claim, and I would, like, come home from work at, like, 7 o'clock and, like, load the car up half-ass and be on the road by 10. Be in Sacramento by fucking like 2 in the morning, trying to stay awake, and pulling into the camp at like 6 in the morning and shit. And that was out in a little town. Well, it wasn't in a town. It was South Fork Salmon River. That's where my claim was. So like you'd go to Etna, and like a little town. It's not far from Weed, and then you go over the mountain, over the highest spot of Pacific Crest Trail. Like people actually just sit there, and I thought like a lot of people sit there because I guess their cars will overheat. It's quite a climb. They're like, yeah, dude, this is the highest spot right here. And I don't know if it's the highest spot in California or if it's the highest spot of the trail. But I think, and I'm not positive, if you had a really good day, I think you can see the ocean from there. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just know, yeah, I was way up there. And there'd always be somebody hanging at the top. Most people say don't stop for anybody. I stopped for somebody because I'm an idiot. That's how I found out you don't want to stop for anybody. It's because I told somebody, oh yeah, these guys I was talking to, and they're like, yeah, dude, no, Like, you know, they rob you up here, dude. There's like everyone around here's got gold, most likely. So you don't know who the fuck they are. Don't stop. You'll get robbed enough. You'll get robbed enough as it is when you're living up here. It's like, oh shit. Because I guess like the people get robbed, you know, the locals, they know. They're watching you. But yeah, we're like coming up on Anderson right now. Last time I was in Anderson, we were returning a fucking RV. My friend came up to the claim, and he ran an RV. He brought his newborn daughter and his wife with him, and they got to the fucking camp, and extended out the slide out on the RV. It's kind of like an RV like Captain fucking, what's his ass had? Captain Content. And the fucking generator's exhaust fumes were getting sucked back up into the RV through the slide. Like the crack on the slide, it just made the weirdest fucking vacuum. And the way the shit was, so he had to like put like another hose to like make the fucking exhaust longer, and then not run the fucking It's like, yeah, dude, I can't run the fucking generator at night because my wife's in there with the newborn. I don't want my kid to be retarded. Kid still wound up being retarded. Actually, kid's probably smart. She fucking got married like the minute she turned 18 or so. Isn't that crazy, dude? Like, I don't know any kid today that's like, yeah, I'm 18, I'm moving, fuck dad, fuck mom, I'm moving in with this guy with the big fucking dick. We're gonna be better off ever than ever. I'm not saying that that's what she said, but it's just weird because I'm like, yeah, I had friends that were like, yeah, dude, that guy's daughters, they don't like him, they don't respect him. I've been there, the way he talks to them, the way they talk back, and I'm like, oh shit. And it's funny because one time we went someplace and like this guy like was a good friend, and for years, you know, you go out with 20 people and he'd pay for everybody, you know, and I mean, he was a good businessman. So yeah, he'd rent restaurants and shit, and we'd have 30 people fucking show up at a private party on like New Year's and stuff. I'd be like, dude, this guy rented a restaurant for like $15K for one night. I'm like, holy shit, that was just to rent it. You know, he had to pay for all the other food. Like, so I'm like, yeah, this is how much we're spending on food, and he had to match whatever they would normally make. And then some. And like he did that a few times, you know, crazy parties. And whenever we went to dinner, I had so many times bought that guy dinner when he wasn't that well off, that it was kind of understood, like, I don't have to worry about pulling out money. No one else is, you know. And when I ate with them later on, when they were kind of not doing as well, or trying to fucking get by after some business decisions they made, I would pay for their dinner. And like one night, like I paid for their dinner like quite a few times. It was like if I went out with them, because I'd normally spend the night at their house, I'm like, I'm gonna pay for dinner because otherwise I'd spend it at a hotel. But I'm saving money, so I might as well just like live it up, right? Well, his daughter, his youngest one, decided to play with the fucking, I don't know, some condiments, some fucking salt and pepper, some fucking thing on the table. And only thing I can think of what it was right now, and I'm sure it wasn't, was like probably chips or something like that. But yeah, like she was like putting salt or something all over something that we were all about to eat. And my only response was, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And he's like, hey dude, don't talk to my daughter like that. And I was like, because like normally I've always thought that he was pretty strict. And then I realized, oh dude, he lets these kids fucking do whatever. It's like, yeah, dude, get a kid of your own and you want to talk to him like that. That's my daughter, dude. I was like, what the fuck, dude? She's about to ruin all of our fucking meals here with a fucking dash of fucking whatever she had in her hand. About throwing it all over the fucking place. You're not paying for it. So yeah, I guess you don't fucking care. And that friendship fucking went south pretty quick. I think after that, there was like maybe 5 or 6 times I hung out with that guy. And I've known that guy for like, so whether it's a lie, when you know someone's lied to you, but you don't know what the truth is, you just know that they told you a lie. In like, you know, asking somebody for help or taking help from somebody, knowing that you got to pay them back, you know. But when you find out later that the person who lied to you, when you find out what the truth is, and it's like, fuck, dude, like, it's legal shit, dude, and it's shit with your wife's name and like unpaid this and this lawsuit and these fucking. You're like, what the fuck? And your name's not on any of this, buddy. Your wife's name's on all this shit. Like you're really gonna make your wife take the fall for 140 fucking plants, you know? And yeah, they basically asked for money to say they're doing one thing. I gave them the money, and then when it was time to pay me back, because I was like, dude, this guy's spending all his fucking money, and he hasn't offered to pay me back, so I better ask him for that fucking money before it doesn't come back. And it was like, yeah, dude, I got robbed. I got robbed one day. The money's gone. And I find out later, no, dude, the dates of that money I gave to you coincide with this date of you having to pay your wife's $20,000 bail. You know? Shit like that. Where it's like, hey, you never said thank you for the fact that your wife is fucking free. And I don't even think his wife fucking knows that I gave him fucking money. To, you know, and that he told me it was for one thing that he said he got ripped off on. Because I was like going to rent a fucking warehouse with them. And I was going to store my cars there and shit. And I was going to be able to have 24-hour access. And like, there's going to be fucking equipment. So I could fucking use a press or this or that. So I was like, it was a good guy's shop, you know. This guy had like a fucking speed shop, and he had like a big chunk of it he didn't need. He wanted it with shit with active sitting projects, so that people can be like, whoa, what's that? So anyway, that fucking fell through, and I was like, and then the whole story was, well, you know, I used that money to do this, and I got robbed. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to just eat it like that? But yeah, when I find out fucking 4 years later, oh wait, dude, that money was used for, like, you didn't have money, you were asking money, this is the date I gave you that money. And gee, this fucking court order got paid. No one said thank you. And then, yeah, the wife, like, hits me up. Like, I did all this fucking background shit. Because I was like, dude, there's something going on here. And even though he's my best friend, like I don't need to know. Well, it was my best friend. It's like, yeah, dude, I can forget about this guy. But it's like, knowledge is power. And so, like, I started, like, looking up shit. And was like, oh, no, dude, this guy's he's selling his restaurant now. He's got another location. Doesn't really have any restaurant, but has another location. I was like, this guy's fucked. And like, he didn't want to tell me. He was living a lie. He's selling this fucking 70-acre house now. It's like, fuck, dude. You bought that house for fucking, you know, a quarter of what you're trying to sell it for, and no one's gonna spend $2.5 million on your fucking land. Like, someone is, but they're not gonna buy it for that house. They're gonna turn that into a housing development. Like, right now, if they're buying it, they're like fucking rubbing their hands together trying to figure out how many fucking condos or whatever they can get approved in a fucking place where the ground leaks fucking oil like fucking Beverly Hillbillies and shit. So yeah, like, yeah, it's like, it's sad when you have a best friend and he fucks up. And you're like, you know what, dude? I know you're miserable. You didn't help me a whole lot when I was miserable. I know it's because people don't want to have company with a miserable person. Guess what? I don't want company with you. And then, like, so I did all this fucking research. It was like, dude, this guy's like so fucking underwater. He's got food distributors fucking taking him to court. Private parties taking him to court. Buildings being fucking listed. Fucking trying to rent it out for events. I'm like, dude, this is fucking like desperate. This is worse than like setting up 2 fucking kick channels and fucking trying to make people pay TTS for this shit. Fucking scamming here. And yeah, once I like read through everything and, you know, did like 2 weeks of fucking 3 weeks of fucking research, all of a sudden I start getting texts from his wife telling me like, oh, you know, we really like to see you, and oh, our daughter's getting married. I'm like, yeah, dude, your daughter wanted to get the fuck out of there. Your daughter's not stupid as I thought. Your daughter probably was like, gee, I wonder why Matt was never fucking around anymore. I mean, her and her dad were fucking great. He was great friends with my dad. Now he doesn't even call. It's like, well, because your dad didn't fucking invite me to the opening of the restaurant I paid fucking $30,000 to who knows what for. So it's funny because, like, Jack or somebody in one of those other things, like I was telling him, I'm like, it's like, dude, a restaurant's like a horrible idea right now. It's like, well, it's a horrible idea if you're spending $1 million of money you don't fucking have to start a restaurant. I'm not doing that. I'm not financing any of my shit. It's like when everything's ready to go, we open. I'm not fucking sitting there and being like, dude, we need to have a restaurant in this fucking town. I got a job, dude. I gotta pay for this shit. I'd much rather fucking go and buy a fucking nice 8-burner fucking stove for 24 grand, have that thing show up and know, yeah, dude, if this doesn't work out, I got a killer stove, dude. Like, I can call my friends over and fly them into the fucking local airport and we can have a raging party here or whatever. Or fucking just turn fucking the upstairs into fucking apartments and be like, yeah, dude, we got a chef here and he cooks you your food. You know, you got a private chef, fucking dietitian based shit. Try to get you from being fat. Fatties all over the fucking place. Fucking crispy on the fucking RV, dude. That guy's made me want to fucking become anorexic of anything, dude. I'm like, dude, this guy's gained so much fucking weight in 50 fucking days. Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, you do learn from people pretty quick when you give them money. And it's funny because, like, there's been times when I've been hard up because I wanted something. And I was hard up because I wanted something, and yet I satisfied a different want the week before. You know, and it's like, that's the type of shit where, you know, it might take you a fucking long time to realize, like, dude, I don't need every new thing or everything. Like, dude, I'm not, you know, it might take fucking 1,040 weeks before you realize, dude, I've been blowing my paycheck and I'm not getting laid, you know, on any of this shit. Maybe I should save this fucking money up, you know? And like, I've always been pretty fortunate to make a good amount of money where I could have things I wanted. But when I was younger, I didn't always feel like I needed to pay people back. But they weren't people. It was more like fucking company, you know, the fucking credit card company or this company or that company. I mean, I've had the repo, I've had the fucking foreclosure, I've had the fucking marshal come and close my fucking bank account. I've had all that shit happen, dude. And it's like kind of one of those things where when I see other people in bad positions, it's like, look, dude, nobody fucking helped me. Even when I asked for fucking help, like months, like I saw what was going to happen months before, I was like, yeah, dude, if I just had like $2,000, I'll pay you back. And especially with the friends that I lent money to. That was the one thing, is I did ask them for money one time right before I lost my house. And I was like, yeah, dude, like, I can get another loan from my fucking work, but I got to pay off the one I got. Because my work wasn't paying me, apparently. You know, things you don't find until you put your house in a foreclosure. Your work just lost a lawsuit because they didn't pay you the past 10 years for what they were supposed to pay you for. I was like, dude, I watched my salary double, like almost triple overnight. I was like, these fucking bastards. Well, they fucking, you know, they settled. They gave me like nothing. I've lost all this fucking money that would have gone in my 401k. All this money that I would have paid for my fucking bills or had fucking nice more luxurious whatevers, not had to fucking worry, not had to get payday loans, not have to fucking watch my credit get destroyed because I was trying to fucking live the fucking status quo, to find out, hey dude, you were in the status quo. The problem is that the people that you worked for all this time, they weren't paying anybody what they were supposed to make. And it took 3 fucking people they contracted from India to sue them for fucking like $60 million. Those 3 people fucking walked away with like 30 million, and all the rest of it that was after fucking court fees and shit got dispensed across everyone else, the other 2,500 fucking employees. And when they got done with it, here's your fucking $1,500, buddy, for 10 years. Where you and it's like, dude, $1,500, and then like they wanted these people to fucking sign that. Yeah, dude, that's settlement, dude. I'm down. I wrote, no, dude, you owe me $16,000 more. And everyone looked at me and they're like, what? I'm all, look, dude, they just are now paying us what we're worth, right? I said, dude, and I can have one fucking severity 1 fucking ticket come in over the weekend or during my on-call shift or late tonight, and I'll be online for minimum 8 hours. There's a point I'll be at double time, and then every day after that I'm going to be double time until I break. And I said, I'll make like, and then sure enough, I like made thousands more than I ever fucking made before that week. And everyone was like, oh shit, dude, I just fucking settled. I'm all, no, dude, that's the whole thing, is I knew that whatever I fucking make right after they fucking quote settled is going to be so devastatingly more that when I compound that across 260 fucking paychecks, we're talking about 260,000 fucking extra dollars. And like my coworkers were like, I'm all, no wonder these fucking Pajeets came in and fucking sued the fucking company for fucking 60 million or whatever the fuck they did. Took the 20, and like, even my dad told me years ago, he's like, yeah, you know, dude, you know, they should be paying you overtime. They're not allowed to be doing that. Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's what they said. I don't know. I'm not complaining. It's good money. But then when I found out what good money was, I was like, these fucking bastards. It's like, dude. And now I can't trust my employer. How do I know I won't show up to work on Monday and they're not going to say, hey, dude, you know, 10 years ago we told you you weren't being paid your worth and we gave you that giant fucking raise. Well, the next day, apparently we were supposed to pay you more, and we haven't again for another fucking 10 years. Here's, dude, if they fucking pull that shit, which I think they're going to pull, I'm going to fucking go include. And then I'll just go out on workers' comp, because it's like, yeah, dude, you can't fucking have an employee. And then the other thing is that, like, they act like this is your job now. It's like, dude, I never once signed anything that said that this is what my job is. Like, you all of a sudden are paying me more, making me work more fucking hours and shit. Like that's the way it always was? Fuck you, motherfuckers. But yeah, that's what happens, man. After a while, you know, you're tired of these fuckers, and you're like, I gotta have my own plan B, dude. Because there's no way that there's any employer out there today, any fucking employer that's giving you a 401k, they think they got you by the balls, dude. They think that they got you like you were their your grandfather or your dad, where you're gonna work, you're gonna be so willing to work fucking 35 years. And it's like, dude, that company's gonna fuck you the fuck over. They're gonna get dissolved. They're gonna have some major fucking scandalous lawsuit, something that's gonna make you wonder if even your ethics for work for that fucking company are worth it. And the next fucking 10 years, half these companies are going to be absolved by fucking AI or whatnot. And, yeah, dude, what the, you know, the fuck are you going to do then? And, like all those work companies, all those places, they know, like, hey, yeah, dude, if we have to let this guy go, like, they used to have some deal in my work where every year that you work, you got like fucking money. Like if you know, like me, I'm at 30 something years. So like if I were to leave, they'd give me 30 years of severance, in the sense of like for every year I worked, they give me a month of pay. That was what it used to be. For every year you work, here's a month. And so you get 30 months, and it's like, dude, that's like almost 3 years of fucking pay, dude. Like, why would, like, please, let me go. Tell them my job's no longer here. But they're like, yeah, dude, that's going to cost us fucking 3 years of your salary for you not to be here. How about we just piss you off and fucking work you until you quit? That's a lot cheaper. Or die. Maybe you could die in the fucking office because we've stressed you out enough. Or maybe you'll just get fed up. Yeah, you'll get fed up and you'll just quit. You know? And you might take us to court, but chances are you're going to have to fucking find a class action lawsuit like the last one we fucking lost, and go try to find 20 fucking friends like yours in the same boat. We've already fucking, we've cleaned those fucking ends. We fucking tied those loose knots. So yeah, that's the thing, is my work, like, I didn't tell my boss at all of that. I bought a place, I got plans, every penny I fucking earned has gone into that shit in the last 3 fucking years. Because if he knew that, he'd probably treat me a lot fucking different. Probably wouldn't treat me that well. And like, we got one guy who's like a couple years older. I got like 2 people that are a couple years older than me. One guy, he hasn't had like a job longevity at like, he probably had like a lot of different jobs growing up, like before he was 40. He probably had like a lot of different jobs that didn't have 401k, didn't have this or didn't have that, and now he's got one, so he's not going to leave probably until he's like of retirement, like 65 to 63. That's like another fucking probably close to 10 years, you know, for that guy. And then we got another guy, he came in, and he doesn't have the same experience as anybody, but he's caught on fast, and he's like, I think the oldest one, and he's looking at leaving like in the next 2 years, if not sooner. And I'm like, yeah, the best thing to do is just don't tell anybody what you got going on. Wait till this fuckhead leaves, and the day that he leaves, you tell him, hey dude, by the way, I need a fucking raise, and if you just say no, I'm gonna walk. And there is no 2 weeks. Like, I quit right now. There ain't no fucking 2 week notice. I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know, I'm sick. I'm fucking crazy. You don't want 2 week notice. You don't want me here another fucking 2 weeks, nigger. I mean, motherfucker. And that's pretty much what's going to happen. And so, like, yeah. The minute I do that, they're going to be like, fuck, dude. And then they're going to be like, here's your raise. And then I'm going to sit there for like a couple minutes. And then I'm going to get sick. And I'm going to take the 2,000 hours of sick leave I have. And I'm going to say, sayonara, motherfuckers. And they're going to go, oh, fuck. I'll be like, yeah, well, you know, you fired my fucking dad. After fucking, I've now worked through this company longer than my father. For fuck's sakes, dude. You think the company has a fucking future the way you treat people? Fuck no. And then I was like, dude, I might have to make it where if you fucking work at the same company I came from, I don't want you eating at my fucking restaurant. Like, I got all fucking crazy one day. I was like, dude, I don't know, dude. I like to give the fucking restaurant to the town, but then I was like, you know what, dude, fuck the town. Like, yeah, I should just fucking give the restaurant to all the people who are driving by who are fucking hungry. Because town, once you get used to somebody, like my friend of 35 years, you're gonna fucking fuck me over. But that guy driving by, I can just assume he's gonna fuck me over, want a lower fucking price meal, whatever. But if he stops, he stops, and that's all that matters to me. Like the coffee shop that just opened up, they had like 1,000 people in the first like 6 hours come by. Before noon, they had 1,000 people come by. And I'm like, well, I already know what the math on coffee is, like ridiculously highly marked up, you know? So even if you sold a cup of coffee, you know, it's going to cost you 39 cents a fucking cup. So you're in the, you spent what, 39 fucking dollars? I don't know what the math is. Fucking 10, $390 on coffee, but you just made $4,000 back. Yeah, so like you're gonna make back $3,500 for every $350 you sell. It's a pretty good fucking markup, dude. What is that? 10,000% markup on fucking coffee? And they said that was like 1,000 people. Well, that didn't mean that they ordered 1,000 things. Those motherfuckers probably ordered like 3 coffees. I want a fucking Danish. I mean, I'm sure it cleaned them out. So that's all I'm anticipating is I got a lot of fucking traffic. It's all about location. I don't even, like, I would start thinking, like, dude, I don't even care if I want, maybe I don't even want this to be a restaurant, dude. Maybe I just want it to be a dining hall and have all the fucking people that have food trucks that come fucking 35 miles away or whatever to sell food in our town because we have no restaurants. Maybe those motherfuckers would be interested in, like, having a place for the people to eat and be like, yeah, dude, you know, I'll open the doors for you 5 food trucks or 10 food trucks. You guys all have to get together and fucking pay $100 each. $1,000 a night. I'll open my doors, and that way people can eat in this place. Otherwise, where the fuck are they going to eat, dude? They just drove. Some of these people are driving like fucking 45 miles to get a fucking food truck thing. And then what? You're going to have them drive home? Well, if it's raining, you even showing up? I don't know, but there might be money in just having a fucking place where people can eat and not even having the fucking kitchen in the building. And that's the other thing too, like fucking permits and shit. But yeah, I'd rather have my own restaurant just because I want to be a boss. I don't care if I'm a dick or not. I was thinking of some fucking shitty interview questions, like how many genders are there? I'm like, dude, you're gonna be, they're gonna be fucking tripping off you. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to really like piss people off. There's the element of like, you know, I don't need to fucking tell people what I think is inappropriate if I want their money. And keep my mouth shut about certain political shit. Yeah, I was watching Vicky. She was like, yeah, dude, you know, last person I gave a lot of money to, besides my friend, was like people I was watching streaming. Because I figured that, you know, for the fact that I'm not paying for HBO every month or Disney every month or fucking, you know, all these other fucking pay-per-view things, yeah. You know, give that money to a fucking streamer, dude. Let him make $1 a day minimum, you know? $40 a week, $50 a week. That's fair. But when it's like zero content or like, you know, we're just gonna fucking get drunk and talk on the phone or face stream, it's like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Take that money and go elsewhere and get drunk. Take that money and get an Uber and get drunk and whatever the fuck and find your way back. Make an adventure out of it. Even Blade does really good for somebody that not many people you think are going to watch that fucker, dude. Some of those fans, I mean, I don't think he's really got, like, you know, too many people. Like, well, he's got 3 channels, so you gotta know when he's on. But like that guy's like, I watch him. He's making close to probably $400-500 a night streaming. Fucking, you know, when he does. Now the saddest part is he's gonna fucking die. It's like, okay, dude. It was fun donating back $15 a day or whatever the fuck it was, and you go get your drinks and shit, you know. But once you lost your feet, bro, like, I can't be party to that, dude. Like, I can't be paying for it and making jokes about it. I can make jokes about it, but I can't be paying for that shit. I can be paying for that shit, but I can't make jokes about it. It's as simple as that. I got some fucking ethics. Well, I guess we must be getting into Reading here. This shit's probably gonna break up soon. Like, if he need, what the fuck? This guy's fucking driving like a fucking Somalian. You know, if I was watching and I knew he needed money, I might have helped him, because half of that whole rivalry and the fucking fighting and all that shit was well, I watched it firsthand on fucking YouTube, and you're like, yeah, dude, this guy doesn't really deserve to go to fucking jail over this shit. Eric doesn't deserve to go to jail over his stupid shit. Like, dude, I mean, like, I only wanted Eric and Mike to be friends again, you know? Which is like what Scribbles did. And like, everything fucking blew up in everyone's fucking face. And, yeah, it's hard to fucking donate to anybody who wants to be fucking party to that. You know? Jesus Christ, it's a fucking crazy fucking street. Guy behind me's got one fucking headlight. Mine are just fucking, I only got halogen headlights too. I got fucking halogen headlights. I got to get them like fucking polished or fucking get the grit and shit off of them. But like, one of them got fucking broken when I crashed my car. The mount's broken, so the fucking light isn't even fucking aligned right. All of cars like fucking flipping their brights on me. I'm like, oh, I know that beam of light has to be hitting you somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it is, because I'm not fucking coming in the opposite direction. The only time I can like really easily align this fucking light is when it's like foggy out. Like, you know, late at night and the fog's out. I'm like, oh damn, dude, that beam is so fucking misaligned. No wonder these motherfuckers are fucking giving me shit. But then like, I was like, yeah, I'll get some new headlights. And then the headlights, I was like, wow, dude, this is a lot more expensive than the headlights for my fucking truck. Headlights for my truck were halogen. They're like just a plastic case, not much different than this. And they were like $34. So now you got more plastic. Alright, it's like 200 and some odd bucks. But yeah, I'm like, dude, you buy the wrong fucking headlights, like 2 to 3 times the price. And then I see all these other people on the road, and I like envy their fucking headlights, dude. I'm like, dude, I don't think mine ever look like that. Even if I put my fucking brights on, I don't know if it. Yeah, I guess if I put my brights on, they're good. But yeah, this one fucking plastic bracket, like it's like this spline that connects to the fender. It's like the stupidest. It's like, who fucking designs a headlight that if I get any side fucking impact on this fender, and not much, that the fender's going to probably give more than the light, and it's going to break this fucking 1/8-inch piece of plastic. And I thought about like, oh man, I could fucking weld that thing back together. I could make a brace. I'm like, no, dude, $250. Give me a new fucking headlight, dude. I can't see straight. It's fucking stupid. But I gotta get like a whole new bumper. These things, I'm like, yeah, you're going to need a headlight, and then what? Your fucking bumper's still fucked up. unexpected projects. I will say that having a car that's fucking like 8 years old is cheaper than probably having a car that, like, you know, you have to fucking have full coverage insurance for and shit. Like, I never paid full coverage for this, but I paid full coverage maybe the first year. Only because I was like, dude, I don't know about this car. Might wind up being a piece of shit. But after I was like, dude, nah, dude, this car's good. This car's solid. Fucking stop paying fucking full coverage. And then crash the fucking car like an idiot in the winter. And I was like, dude, I should call them. And like all my neighbors were like, dude, just call them. Fucking go back. I'm like, dude, that's fucking fraud, dude. I'm like, I'm white, bro. Like, they're gonna take one look at me and be like, yeah, dude, that accident happened 2 years ago. We can tell from the bumper. We can tell from the rust. We can tell from the this. It's like, there's no reason to do that. I mean, what else would you do? Like, yeah, I'm like, it's not like the punishment if you were to get caught for fucking trying to fake fucking need repair on a car because you. And then my neighbor's like, well, that's what I did. I was like, oh my god, dude, don't tell me that shit. He's like, yeah, man, got the whole car fixed and repainted, and I'm like, oh come on. I'm like, okay, I can understand like sap falling on my car, this paint fucked up, but like your fucking 10-year-old Jeep, which comes with a fucking stock shitty paint job to begin with, that color, same color, it's like fucking flaking on almost every 10-year-old Jeep I've ever seen for the past fucking 30 years. Yeah, that fucking color like probably has a recall, dude. Like your insurance company was like, fuck it, dude. No big deal for that guy. It wasn't like they just were like, oh, he switched to full coverage. Oh, his car got fucked up a month later. They fucking see that shit, dude. And then how many times are you going to do that, dude? That shit's like cookie jar type of shit. You're going to do that once. Next thing you know, you're doing it twice. Next thing you know, you're doing it 3 times. Next thing you know, you're doing it for your daughter. Next thing you know, it's like, fuck, dude. Just fix the fucking car, dude. Like, I've learned that every car I've had, if I don't fucking need to get it fixed right away, I'm going to save perhaps thousands of dollars just waiting till the car changes body style. Now, we fucking change the fucking grill on all the BMWs. So I can go get I can get the same fucking thing. Still going, still black, it's dark out. Well, it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be in fucking Oregon. I'm hoping it's gonna be cooler. I mean, it's funny because I went to Apple Valley today and stopped by my mom's house. She got all excited. She's like, oh, here's all your mail. I'm like, I can't take that with me today. I got other shit to do. And I was like, you know, dude, don't even tell her that you're going to do what you're going to do. Because all she's going to do is fucking worry. You know what I mean? And I don't need that, you know? Right now, she thinks I'm either probably at the casino or at home or on my way home. And you need to. Now, I won't say it's bad that someone's worrying about me. I mean, that makes me probably about me. But I don't remember my father, when he was 50, calling his mom to tell him he made it to the fucking hotel safely. You know? And you would think someone who has a family, that's what you'd be like, yeah, dude, let me know. I want to know the whole family. I want to know my grandkids got there. So, like, yeah, dude. My mom wasn't doing that. She might have called her mom once or twice, you know? But I know for a fact that, like, it's not like she got fucking to a hotel room. and she's ever gave, like, they didn't have technology like that. Like, don't force me to be fucking all techno, and because I got a phone that I can let you know I got here safely. Like I like the mystery of, did he ever fucking make it where he was going? I haven't heard of him for a while. Oh yeah, that does look like my son, that body you found. Like that there is a lot better than, I've been worrying sick. Like by the time you're worrying sick because I haven't called or whatever, trust me, most likely I've either been on the news or the body's been found. Like, you know, unless I'm like seriously missing, and then you're gonna find my car, you're gonna wonder like, well, why is this car in Oregon? You know, holy shit, a fucking deer in the fucking, that fucking dude, we gotta be, whoa, that deer wanted to fucking run across the fucking freeway. He was like fucking waiting, and there's no cars behind me. I'm almost sure that fucking deer fucking. No, just regular Apple Valley, not Applegate Valley. Yeah, I went down there and I was shocked because, like, normally when I go down to Apple Valley in the summer, especially from Big Bear, like, it'll be like maybe 80, 75 when I leave in the morning, not too hot. And, I mean, lately it's been hot. It's been like around, like, you know, mid-70s and shit. But once you get over the mountain and you start heading down in that fucking basin, it heats up fast. And like, you'll be like, fuck, dude, it's already 90 degrees. Oh shit, now it's 100. Oh shit, now it's just 104. I mean, I was in Redlands last week, or Fontana, on like Monday, and it was 104 degrees, and I was like, fuck, dude, it's hot out here. Well, I went down to Apple Valley, dude. It was 94 degrees. I was like, holy shit. It's not even 100 in the desert. Like, it's normally way fucking hotter there. And, like, they had decent breeze. Now, yeah, if you were in the sun, you were going to feel it. And I actually, sometimes my tires changed, and it was so fucking hot out, I just took it. I was like, dude, if you don't sit in the sun right now, like, you won't be able to have a summer in the sun. Like, you won't, your body won't be. I normally like to prep for summer in the springtime by like sunbathing and shit, get darker. But it's like, dude, I'm so fucking white. Like, I was like showing the guy, I'm like, look, dude, I gotta get dark. They're like, we want to come inside. I'm all, no. I don't want to sit inside. I want to sit out here and get wet, sweat my ass off. Fucking. It's like, when it's over 100 degrees, dude, you'd be surprised, like, if you're just drinking water, which you need, your body will shed so much fucking unwanted fat. Yeah, this deer's fucking. When we're coming up to fucking Weed, and my claim was like probably another 3-hour ride off the freeway, maybe 4. It wasn't short, that's for sure. And there's spots so that, like, we leave the claim sometimes. Often we leave it like midnight, late at night, you know, because it's cooler and shit. Well, I was driving, my buddy's like, dude, you need to go faster. And I'm like doing the speed limit, 35. It's fucking mountain roads, fucking sheer drop off and shit. And I'm all, well, dude, I'm just being careful. He's like, yeah, dude, but if a deer comes down that mountain, he's all, then you're not going fast enough to kill it. You know, and its hoof is going to fucking kill you. It's going to kill you because you're not going fast enough to kill it. And I was like, oh, wow. And, like, as he says this, all in front of us, like like an avalanche of fucking deer. And I was just like, he's like, get ready, dude. And he's like, hold on tight, because they're like putting his seat back. Because he's like, dude, they'll ease off. You come around, and I'm thinking, well, and I've seen that like in Big Bear a few times. Deers are like going down the mountain. You're like, dude, you got so much momentum. Like, if I didn't see you from a distance to slow down, yeah, there would have been a problem here. When I went to school in Humboldt, I had these friends that were going to come up there, because in Humboldt at the time, you could buy a sheet of LSD for like $100 or something super cheap. So word got out, and they would all go up to Humboldt to buy sheets of acid, and then they would sell each tab. You get 100 tabs a sheet. They sell each tab for like $10 each. And half those kids were fucking driving new cars in a matter of no time. Had most of their tuitions paid and shit. And these guys from Santa Cruz came up one night, and they weren't people I knew, but I had people that showed up once, and they were like, I don't think they had cell phone. They called me from the street, from the road, and like, we're going to be there in like 4 hours. And I was like, dude, you're like 6 hours away. They're in Santa Cruz, and they're going to go to Humboldt. They're like, we'll be there in 4 hours. Dude, those guys were there in faster than 4 hours. I was like shocked. Like, everyone that I was staying with, and like the resident director was like, dude, how fast did those people go? Because we know when you called, you were here, you said your friends were coming, and then like I did like all this no-dose. That's what those tablets. I drank like 2 Yahoos or whatever, that Jolt Cola, either Jolt or Yahoo, the chocolate one. I drank like 2 of those, and I did ate like 6 no-dose, and yeah, I was like running laps and shit around the fucking campus, waiting for these guys, and then they showed up, and they were like all ready to go to sleep, and I was like tweaking, and I had never done that shit before. Like, I thought no-dose was like, I thought college was a right to do no-dose, and no, dude, that shit was like fucking crazy, dude. Who knows what damage I did to my body when I did that shit. But yeah, like there's one guy comes up one night, and same thing, he like calls this girl, says he's coming up, will be up in like no time, and then when he showed up, he had this giant dent in the side of his car, and it looked like you know, like when Wile E. Coyote hits something, how he leaves his imprint. It was like a fucking coyote or a wolf, or I think coyote, because wolves I think aren't here, ran into his door as he was driving down through the forest. He's like, yeah, dude, this thing just came and hit my door, and he had to like euthanize it because it was like fucked up. And we were like, dude, do you know how fast that thing had to be going to do that type of fucking dent on your car? Because he had a Toyota, like the 4Runner. Like, dude, that coyote had to be doing like 45 plus miles an hour when it hit your car door. Shit was nuts. And that was before like cell phones and shit. So like, you just call your insurance company and tell them, oh yeah, dude, fucking wolf ran into me. Coyote or whatever. Well, it's really dark out. You get a nice fucking reflection of my fucking instrument panel. I'm gonna fucking turn this thing off because this thing's driving me. This thing in my peripheral vision here is kind of so dark, it's kind of bothering me. But anyway, guys, tomorrow probably have some more fucking Forest Road content through Oregon here. I gotta go all the way to some fucking town. I can't remember what it's called. It had a pretty name. It's like a jewelry. I don't know the name. Paradise. I don't know what the fuck it was called. Some town in Oregon. I'll be there by noon, so I gotta wake up like early at 8. Maybe I'll have more content than the fucking RV will at 8 our time. That's gonna be like 11 on the RV time, so those people will just be getting up, be done dancing and going to bed or something. I like to watch that fucking girl Kiki fucking open her mouth and start talking shit to Tone about fucking Willie, thinking that she was being cute. That's kind of fucked up. And then Tone fucking chimped out because Andy, the chicken, told him to fucking go sit outside in the rain or whatever. I was like, dude, that's fucked up, man. You're letting this go, like, the amount of fucking negative reinforcement that they've given that poor fucking, they've given that girl to make her think that what she's doing is okay is truly mind-blowing. I mean, Mike fucking, I guess, had his fucking arm brushed with a wet fucking vibrator. That's some nasty shit, dude. And someone was in chat, they're like, yeah, dude, if that was like inner body or those are bodily fluids on that fucking vibrator, that's assault. And I was like, yeah, it is. I mean, go figure. You'd have to really think hard, like, why or how would that ever fucking happen? It's not something that you'd ever have to, like, think about. But yeah, when you break it down, that's fucking assault, dude. Like, it's just like ludicrous. Like, how'd you put yourself in that fucking position to let her get that close to you? Well, I don't know, dude. She had it already. She pulled it out from behind her back. She pulled it out of her pussy. I don't know. It's fucking weird. But yeah, for her to start making comments about Willie Two Guns just because chat did it, it's like that one guy's soul was reading shit that he saw in chat about, you know, whether Chicken and Kiki were having something. And what does Chicken do? He fucking goes and attacks the fucking guy and fucks up the guy's finger. You know, I'm sure that guy's soul, like, I don't even know why the fuck, I think he even is like, why the fuck am I here? Like, maybe he wants to get with Kiki, I don't know, maybe he wants to get with Crispy, I don't know. But, yeah, that shit fucking got all weird when it's like, watching Chicken fight him, or try to get him in a headlock, or make him submissive, because he read something that he saw on the chat screen. It's like, fuck, dude. Like I don't see you getting that pissed off because when TTS is on. And then it's like protesting too much, dude. You don't beat someone up like that because you fucking aren't having a relationship with Kiki or didn't fuck Kiki or something stupid. You don't fuck someone up like that while your girlfriend might be watching. In your girlfriend, in any girl's honor. It's stupid, dude. It's like weird. It's like, dude, there was this guy once, and he was like my girlfriend's best friend, all right? And like, you know, it takes somebody a minute or two to figure out what role this girlfriend's best friend, who's a guy, might really be. You know, they've known each other through fucking junior high and high school or whatever. You know, you're like, oh, okay. They're good friends, you know. She might be his only friend. Who knows? I don't know. Well, when my girlfriend passed, I, like, you know, kind of inherited this guy as a friend. And I was like, he was so used to coming over anyway when my girlfriend was there. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck does it matter whether he shows up? And or not, you know, well, I mean, I want him to be by himself. So I'd invite him over and, like, start noticing, like, he didn't even, I think he had a laptop, or he used my laptop, or he wasn't interested in anything I was watching on TV, anything I was doing. He was interested in dinner. Like, I would, like, cook steaks, like, all the time and shit. He's, like, interested in dinner, and that was pretty much what he was coming over for. And I started, like, being like, dude, this guy is kind of, like, dead weight, you know? I mean, like, well, there were some things that happened. Like, his mom left him the apartment for the summer, all right? Or for the spring. His mom left him. And the guy is like mid to late 20s, I'm guessing. All right? And his mom's going out of town, she's going to work, she's got another life, whatever. And she leaves him the rent money and the apartment all to himself. And I didn't know this. I mean, he said she was out of town, but I didn't realize this dumb woman gave her son money to pay the fucking rent guy. So what does this guy do? Fucking Super Bowl comes up. This is where it all started. Super Bowl comes up, and I'm not interested in Super Bowl, but I got the big fucking TV, right? So he assumes that I'm going to be watching Super Bowl. And he comes over with my other friend, and like it was like, you know, Patriots versus fucking whoever. It was like 2000 and fucking 10, 13, somewhere around there. 2010, 11. Whatever, that year was a fucking like big upset for the Super Bowl. Like almost every year someone thinks their team is going to win, and they don't. So apparently Super Bowl comes up, and he bet on the Super Bowl. But I didn't know this, right? Here he's watching the Super Bowl, and I'm making comments about and so I was like rewinding shit that I knew was pissing him off. And I'm like, let's go see that play again, dude. Maybe they'll overturn that play or whatever. He's like, no, dude, fuck this shit. And then, like, he got really pissed off at the end, like, before, like, when it's obvious, you know, like, one of the games where it's like, dude, there's no way they can fucking win in 45 seconds. Like, they gotta make 16 fucking touchdowns or whatever. You know, it's like one of those things. So, like, he knows right off the bat his team ain't gonna win, and he doesn't even want to watch the fucking Super Bowl. Now, meanwhile, that was the thing, is I was recording it all on TiVo. Because, like, I was like, yeah, dude, you know, I mean, it's hard to record a lot of that shit back in the day. Like, your cable provider wouldn't let you do. I had, like, a box that let me do that shit. So, like, yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm taking up 2 gigabytes for this fucking show. I thought this game that I figured you maybe want a copy of, and now you're telling me let's not even watch it anymore. I'm like, dude, and he's all pissed off, and it's visible. I'm like, dude, you didn't put money on that game, did you? And that's when I found out. He put like fucking $2,100 or 3 months rent or whatever the fuck it was on that thing. Like all the money he had, he fucking put on it because he thought it was a fucking sure deal. And I'm like, I told him, well, dude, you're a fucking idiot. I'm well, I could have told you this team wasn't going to win. I've told you they're not going to, like, even when you told me that team is the team you want, I like laughed because it's like, yeah, dude, I have a feeling like you're not going to get what you want. Like, you seem too sure about this, you know? So sure enough, that happens. And then a couple weeks later, he comes over, and I think I got in a fight with somebody, like an argument, and he like watched me like tell somebody like get the fuck out of here or whatever. And so I used to be a hookup. So I think he watched something like that happen, and then he comes over one day and he parks his car, and he comes in and he's like, I just bent like this guy's fucking antenna, and I spit on his car because he fucking talked to me or something, and he like went off on this like whole fucking thing, this event that happened in the common area of my condo, and I'm thinking, dude, you're a fucking guest here, and you drove up here like you fucking own the place. I was like, dude, I can't have you here, dude. I'm sorry. I'm like, and what's worse about it, bro, is that I don't even believe you did any of that, dude. I'm like, I know it sounds good. It sounds like you were pissed. I'm all, but honestly, dude, I mean, there's cameras everywhere. It doesn't sound like something you do. It sounds like you're trying to make me think that you're more masculine than you are. And that was pretty much like he got pissed off at that. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, I don't know if you're gay or not. But that's the type of shit that I would imagine a gay guy is going to tell a straight guy he just did, so that they can continue to pull the wool over their eyes. And yeah, like he was kind of tripping. I'm like, dude, if you can't respect my place, dude, I'm sorry, you need to go. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And that was like the last I ever fucking saw her to that guy in my house, right? So like then, maybe like a couple months go by, and my friend had a dispensary, and he wasn't coming to me for anything, and I didn't give a shit, because I was going to the dispensary, and I told everyone else, go to the fucking dispensary, dude. I don't want to be your fucking hookup. Waited fucking decades for this day to happen, dude. Stop fucking calling me. So sure enough, I'm at the dispensary because my friend owns it, and I'm working behind the counter because I got nothing else to do, because it's my friend's place and I respect it enough. I can walk around like I fucking work there and shit. And he winds up like walking in the door. Like I see his, like I checked him in. I checked his fucking ID in. And then I see him when I go to call on the people. And I walk away. I'm like, fuck this guy, dude. And right before I do that, like walk completely away, the security guard buzzes and like, who's ever parked in this car? And it was his car, and he like parked it like he owned the place, like right in front of the doors, like fucking stupid. And I was like, dude, well, you couldn't respect my fucking house. You can't respect this fucking guy's business. I'm like, dude, this isn't the type of place where you can fucking sit here and park a car like that, dude. Like, cops are gonna see it. They're gonna think that this isn't like a legitimate fucking dispensary, that we're like letting people come in and hit and run. Pissed me off, because I had a rule, dude. You come over and you chill, dude. You're not coming over to my apartment. Like, you're coming over to my apartment and like what you walk away with, I don't fucking know. You know, I might have had weed here and you stole it. But regardless, I might have some money you were stuck in a jar. I don't fucking know. But the bottom line is that you're not coming in and leaving, so the van down the street with the fucking surveillance camera can record all that shit and say, hey, why do you have 50, 60 people going in and out of this building that all look like they're probably coming to see this guy? Fucking probably tapping my phone and shit. So yeah, I was like, I told people, well, you come over, I orchestrate it where it's like, you 5 people, you come over at 5:15. And then like the next group, like I'd be like, hey, you guys walk out the back of the building. These guys are coming in. They're coming in through the back too. And then the other guy's coming in through the front. You meet me in the garage. You meet me down the street. And like I fucking did that every fucking day. Fucking Jesus Christ, I don't know, 4 or 5 different times every fucking hour. Shit was fucking annoying, dude. Like when you're popular and you're like, dude, this is like I know what Kurt Cobain probably felt like when he's like, dude, all these people fucking. It's like, yeah, dude, like you don't want to. You're like, I know they're not my friends. I know they don't like me. I know I have something that they don't have the courage to fucking go get from anyone but me. And you're like, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if I respect myself. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? Why are they coming to me? But yeah, that was one of those things where it's like, you know, the fucking dispensaries probably saved so many people from fucking bad relationships and shit. It's like, that's how you figured out who your real friend was, dude. If you were always smoking or getting weed from this guy, and the dispensary's fucking open, and you don't talk to that guy anymore, you might not have been his friend. I mean, maybe you only kept him in your pocket because he had weed, you know? There were a lot of interests I developed because my friend was my hookup. And I liked what he liked, you know? I might not have initially liked it, but I learned to, like, think, oh, okay, that's cool. This is something, you know, a lot of fucking interests that, you know, I wouldn't have fucking probably been interested in on my own if I had no friends. But none of those interests were ones that, like, I shared with other people. You know, it's like I couldn't, like, have any of my, like, none of my fucking customers were, like, the kind of customers that were like, let's go camping. But, like, I could go camping with my friend and his customers. If he invited his fucking people, like, I knew them as well. I was one of the first customers, so I knew everybody. It was like, yeah, dude, it was like a package deal, you know. But yeah, when some guy you don't even really know starts acting like he's your best friend and starts acting like he's straight when you think he's gay, telling you he's fucking punching shit and spitting and bending antennas, you're like, dude, I want to just be fucking straight and alone. Leave me the fuck alone, dude. Okay, battery's dead. Time to end. Have a good one, guys.